Assalamualaikum everyone and pleasant day to you all. I am the moderator for today's sessions. My name is Muhammad HAZIQ bin JAMULIDIN. We will be discussing the research we have done regarding the role of occupational safety and health regulation in the workplace. In this topic, we will discuss into main elements which are first, role of OSHA legal requirement in business management. Secondly is Occupational Safety and Health Act in Malaysia and its salient feature. Before we start, let's begin this session with introduction of our group member. Panel 1, we have Karthigesan. Panel 2, KEEVANISH. With us right now, panel 3, Muhammad AFIQ DANIAL bin NASIR, and panel 4 is Muhammad LUKMAN bin ZULKIFLI. Welcome to this forum. How are you doing, guys?
Good today.
Good today. Thanks for asking.
I am good. Let's begin with introduction about the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1964. Under Act 514 and the Factory and Machinery Act 1967, FMA 1965. Occupational Safety and Health 1964, Act 514 was in text of 25 February 1994, which is an act for securing safety, health and welfare of persons at work, protect others and workplace, promote occupational environment, and lastly, to provide means where the OSHA legislation may be progressively replaced by a system of regulation and approval industrial code of practice, operating with the provision in the OSHA Act 1994, designed to maintain or improve standard of OSHA. Safety in the workplace is an essential aspect of economy of a company organization. In addition, safety in the workplace is a necessary element in guaranteeing the well-being of employees. Safety means a condition maintained or avoided from danger, disaster, or disturbance that may cause an accident. If viewed from a definitional point of view, health is protecting the body and mind from disease caused by processes, material of procedure and use in the workplace. These two words are combined to illustrate how important these two aspects are in the workplace. The Factory of Machinery Act 1967, FMA 1967, is a piece of legislation in Malaysia that is designed to ensure the safety and health of workers in factories and other industrial settings. The Act applies to all factories and machinery used in the industrial sector, including those in the manufacturing, construction, and service sector. Instead of the responsibility of employers, employees, and the government to ensure the workplace is safe and health for all workers. The Act requires employers to register their factories and machinery with the Department of Occupational Safety and Health, DOSH, and to comply with the safety and health regulation set out in the Act. Employers are also required to conduct regular inspection and maintenance for their machinery to ensure they are in safe working condition. Okay, let's start with panel 1. Karthi, can you share with us about the role of OSHA legal requirement in business management?
Thank you, Mr. HAZIQ. I'm KARTHIGESAN, son of DURAISAMY. I'm going to explain the roles of OSHA in business management is. The roles of occupational safety, health, legal requirements in business management. Why is it important for a business management to? Why is it important for a business management? If you take care of your employees and keep them safe, you will have fewer employees absent from work, which will make your business more effective and profitable. And second, your company will experience less disruption and will save money if the amount of time lost due to illness, accidents, and can be reduced. If you want to attract investors and partnership, you might need to demonstrate that you are committed to sustainability and corporate social responsibility, which will involve describing how you protect your employees who are related to the occupational safety, health, legal requirements. The main person is a worker. Employee means a person who is employed for wages under a contract of service or service on or in connection with the work of an industry to which this act applies. Those who are, for instance, directly employed by the major employer, indirectly employed by an immediate employer at the place of work, or whose service are temporarily borrowed or hired out on hire to the principal employer are example of workers who fall under this category. Moreover, the definition of employer. Employer means the immediate employer or the principal employer, or both when it comes to the workers who are employed by or through him, immediate employer. Immediate employer is defined as any person who has undertaken the execution at the place of work where the principal employer is carrying on his trade, business, profession, vocation, occupation, or calling. And more under the supervision of the principal employer or his agent of the whole or any part of work which is ordinarily part of the work of the trade, business, profession of the principal employer. And it falls in Occupational Safety Health Act 1994, Section 3.1. For example, directly employed by the major employer, indirectly employed by an immediate employer at the workplace, or whose service are temporarily borrowed or let on hire to the principal employer falls on Employment Act 1955, Section 2.1. That's all from me, Mr. Haziq.
Thank you. Such a complete and detailed explanation from our panel, Kati. Next, we go to the discussion about the purpose of OSHA in business management. Can panel 2, Mr. Kiva, explain a little bit about it?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. HAZIQ. My name is KEEVANISH, unlike Suresh Chandra, and today I'll be explaining what is the purpose of OSHA in business management. So the purpose of OSHA, through establishing and upholding standards for workplace safety and health, is to encourage and ensure safe and healthy working conditions for employees. Constructions, manufacturing, and healthcare are just a few of the industries and workplaces that OSHA is in charge of formulating and implementing laws for. In business management, the purpose of OSHA is to offer direction and supervision to make sure companies are giving their workers a safe and healthy working environment. The rules and guidelines set forth by OSHA are intended to safeguard workers from dangers including falls, chemical exposure, and equipment hazard, all of which have the potential to cause a serious harm or even death. Employers can lower the risk of workplace accident and injuries by adhering to OSHA laws, which can result in lower medical expenditure, less absenteeism, and increased productivity. OSHA's role in corporate management also includes ensuring that federal safety and health regulations are followed. Employers who disregard OSHA regulation risk fines, penalties, and even criminal charges. Business can avoid these types of legal and financial concerns by adhering to OSHA laws. Aside from that, adhering to OSHA rules can help companies keep up a good reputation and give them a competitive edge in the labor market to draw in and keep workers. Moreover, OSHA also offers a variety of services, including on-site consultations, safety and health training, and education programs to assist employees in adhering to its rules. Employers can also ask OSHA to inspect their building in order to find out address possible dangers. These services can assist organizations cut costs while helping them enhance their overall safety and health performance. In summary, by establishing and upholding standards for occupational safety and health, OSHA aims to promote and assure safe and healthy working conditions for employees. OSHA's rules and guidelines are intended to safeguard workers from risk, ensures adherence to federal safety and health laws, assist companies in improving their overall performance in these areas, and also save costs. Okay, that's all for me today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kiva. You are super. Your explanation very detailed. Okay, next, we go to the next discussion about OSHA in Malaysia and its salient feature. Can panel Mr. Afiq explain a little bit about it?
Thank you, Mr. Haziq. My name is Mohamad Daniel bin Nasir. I will explain OSHA in Malaysia and its salient feature. The Occupation Safety and Health Act OSHA 1994 is a law in Malaysia that sets out the rights and responsibilities of employers and employees regarding workplace safety and health. Some of the key features of this act include establishing the Department of Occupational Safety and Health (DOSH). OSHA 1994 established the DOSH as the government agency responsible for enforcing OSHA regulation in Malaysia. Employer, independent contractor, manufacturer, supplier, and employees will all be required to uphold a safety and health conscious work culture and abide by all applicable laws, rules, and code of conduct in order to support the implementation and advancement of OSHA in the workplace. Second, setting safety standard. OSHA 1994 set out minimum safety standard that employers must follow to ensure the safety and health of employees in the workplace. Regulation concerning hazardous product, disaster preparedness, and occupational safety procedure are a few examples of this requirement. By upholding this standard, organizations can avoid mishap, illness, and injuries that could reduce output, raise healthcare expense, and expose them to legal risk. Third, providing for inspection and investigation. OSHA 1994 allowed DOSH to conduct inspection and investigation of workplace to ensure compliance with safety regulation. Next is holding employers accountable. OSHA 1994 holds employers accountable for providing a safe and healthy workplace and for taking necessary steps to protect the safety and health of their employees. Next is encouraging employee participation. OSHA 1994 encouraged employees to actively participate in maintaining a safe and healthy workplace. Employees have the right to be informed of hazards and to take part in the development and review of workplace safety programs by enhancing their overall performance by lowering absenteeism and boosting productivity and morale among employees. Employers with a motivated staff who are less likely to miss work due to illness or injury are those who pay close attention to the health and safety of their workers. This may result in more productivity and better performance to the company. Next is providing for penalties. OSHA 1994 provides for penalty for employees who do not comply with safety regulation, including fine and imprisonment. Business who disregard OSHA regulation risk fine, penalties, and legal action. Non-compliance can occasionally even lead to criminal proceeding. Business can shield themselves for this kind of legal and financial danger by abiding with OSHA laws. In addition, Occupational Health and Safety Committee OSHA 1994 requires employees to establish an OSHA committee to ensure the safety and health of employees at the workplace. Next is Workplace Safety and Health Officer. OSHA 1994 requires employees to appoint a WSH officer responsible for implementing and maintaining the OSHA management system. Next is Risk Assessment. OSHA 1994 requires employees to conduct risk assessment to identify hazards and evaluate the risks associated with the work activity. and to implement necessary control measures. Business may be required by all schools to undertake routine safety inspection to find and eliminate potential risks as well as to supply personnel with personal protective equipment such as a hard hat and safety goggle. Additionally, a school may mandate the companies train their staff on how to carry out their responsibilities safely. Lastly, incident reporting. OSHA 1994 requires employees to report any incident that may cause harm to the employees to the DOSH. That's all for me. Thank you to Mr. Haziq.
Oh, give a big clap for Fik. Very detailed. That's I think that's I already get better understanding about that. So, Mr. Lokman, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Uh, okay, Mr. Lokman, what is the important act in Malaysia? Can you explain to us a little bit about it?
Thank you, Mr. Haziq. My name is Muhammad bin ZULKIFLI. I will explain what the importance of OSHA Act in Malaysia is. Occupational Safety, Health and Environment, OSHA is of vital importance in Malaysia as it plays an important role in ensuring the well-being of employees and the sustainability of the organization. A comprehensive OSHA program can help to reduce the risk of accidents and illnesses, improve employee morale and productivity, and ensure compliance with regulations. Okay, first and foremost, in Malaysia, OSHA is significant since it aids in ensuring the well-being of workers. Workplace injuries and illnesses can have major repercussions for both the affected personnel and the organization as a whole. By detecting and addressing workplace hazard, and intensive OSHA programs can assist to lower the likelihood of accident and illnesses. This can entail actions like offering personal protective equipment, putting emergency response plans into place, and carrying out routine safety inspection. Employer can improve their employees' general well-being and lessen the financial burden of misses, productivity, and medical costs by minimizing the likelihood of accident and illnesses. Compliance with laws in an important aspect of OSHA in Malaysia. The law governing OSHA in Malaysia are outlined in the Occupational Safety and Health Act of 1994 or Act 514 and its regulation Ministry of Human Resource 2020. Employer are required to comply with the Act and its rule and to maintain a safe and healthy workplace. Additionally, employer must educate staff member on how to operate machinery and chemical safety. OSHA requirement must be followed in order to avoid fines, penalty, and reputationally harm to company. Employer can ensure compliance with law and stay out of trouble by putting in place a true OSHA program. Additionally, OSHA is crucial in Malaysia since it helps raise worker morale and productive. Employee stress and anxiety can be reduced in a safe and healthy work environment, which can boost morale and productive. Participation by employee in OSHA activity can also serve the strength their commitment and engagement with the company. A thorough OSHA programs can help the organization to look better overall and draw in top talent. Lastly, OSHA is important in Malaysia since it can support the advancement of sustainability by encourage the employment of environmental friendly practice. A through OSHA program can assist the company lessen its impact on the environment. Intel cutting back on waste generation, recycling, energy, and water use. Employer can contribute to environmental protection and minimize their company's environmental imprint by supporting sustainability. That's all from me.
Okay, before we finish our discussion, I want to ask, any you guys panel, you want to add some more information about this discussion?
That's all,
Mr.
Mr. Aziz.
Kiva?
I think
That's
that's
all for me today. I think I've explained very thoroughly about the OSHA regulations. So that's all for me.
Okay, Kiva, Kati?
Yeah,
You
that's
want
all
to add
from
some
me as
more?
well.
Luqman and Afiq?
That's all for me. I think I have done my explanation, the
Okay.
detailed explanation.
Alright, Afiq?
I think that this conclude our discussion today. That's
Okay. I understand. Okay, not to forget, thank you, Mr. Luqman, for your explanation. Alright,
Okay.
thank you guys for your sharing and explanation, the information and detail of today's topics. And I think by this sharing, we're able to learn and gain more knowledge of both of the acts that being implemented in our country, in Malaysia. As conclusion, I have made conclusion. Despite being in a place for more than 3 decades, several clauses might no longer be appropriate given that the current circumstance. As a result, I hope that this conversation will enable us to put our understanding of this these particular problems to use and continue progress as a generation. Finally, on the full works and thanks to everyone for contributing their time to this conversation. Goodbye and be safe. Stay safe and goodbye, everyone. Thank you for your sharing.
thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Haziq.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.